In the 1930s, when aviation was still terrifying, loud, and wildly unsafe, Amelia Earhart became the most famous pilot on Earth. She wasn't just flying planes, she was smashing gender norms at 10,000 feet. By 1937, she set out to do what no one had ever done before: fly around the world along the equator. She would never return. Amelia's aircraft was a Lockheed Electra 10E, modified with extra fuel tanks for long-distance flying. Her navigator was Fred Noonan, an expert in celestial navigation, basically using stars to figure out where you are when GPS doesn't exist. The world flight began smoothly. They traveled eastward, crossing South America, Africa, India, Southeast Asia, and Australia. By late June 1937, they had completed over 22,000 miles. Only one brutal stretch remained: a 2,556-mile flight from New Guinea, to Howland Island, a tiny speck of land in the Pacific Ocean. And this is where things got very bad, very fast. On July 2, 1937, Amelia and Noonan took off at dawn. The plan was to land on Howland Island, where a U.S. Coast Guard ship, the Itasca, waited to guide them in. Hours later, radio messages started coming in, broken, tense, and increasingly alarming. Amelia reported: heavy cloud cover, navigation difficulties, fuel running low. Her most famous final message: we are running north and south. Translation: they couldn't find the island and were flying back and forth, hoping to spot it before the fuel ran out. Then, silence. No distress call. No crash sighting. Nothing. The U.S. government launched the largest air and sea search in history at the time. Ships, planes, and submarines scoured 250,000 square miles of ocean. After 16 days, the search was officially called off. In 1939, Amelia Earhart was legally declared dead, but no wreckage was ever found. No bodies, no plane debris, and that's why this mystery refuses to die. 1. Crash and sink. The simplest explanation: they ran out of fuel, crashed into the Pacific, and sank into waters so deep we may never find the plane. 2. Gardner Island theory. Some researchers believe Amelia landed on a reef near Nicomaroro Island and survived for days or weeks. Bones, tools, and radio signals reported after her disappearance have fueled this theory for decades. 3. Captured by the Japanese. A more controversial theory claims Earhart and Noonan were captured by Japanese forces, accused of spying, and died in custody. Despite eyewitness claims, no hard evidence has ever proven this. 4. New identity theory. Yes, there's even a theory she secretly returned under a new name. Historians overwhelmingly reject this as fantasy. Amelia Earhart wasn't just a pilot. She was a symbol of courage, ambition, and fearless curiosity. Her disappearance sits at the crossroads of human error, technological limits, and the vast emptiness of the Pacific Ocean. Nearly a century later, we're still searching, not just for a plane, but for answers. Because legends don't vanish quietly. Airplane.